and C4. Dynamic duo. Let go. Vision en left, ou fait les vérités. Depuis j'aime tomber sous show, les moins parler, moins béguer. Cause you so fine, yes you are. You blow my mind, cause you a star.
I'm the Global ZOE. Been doing this thing since 2013 as far as working towards the HMI market. And started Zumpa in 2013 as well.
C4.
Yes, I go by the name of H-Man, also represent R&B group C4. Been doing this since 2004, really starting out with the R&B group. Then we had a little, issues going on with the group, but my boy, the Global ZOE, we've been at it since we was young, and he gave me that opportunity to definitely get together and try something new with Zumpa. Kompa as well, of course, and it's been good ever since.
Okay. Global ZOE, how did you get started in the business?
Man, I don't even know if I answered that question right since you put it like that. But I started in 2004. I used to be a promoter slash radio host on Pirate Radio, which is an underground radio station for those who don't know. And just messing around, freestyling. One thing led to another, and I ended up doing my first show back at Club Ovation when that was around. And then people came up to me and was just like, "Yo, you nice. You should keep doing that." And when you get a few people to tell you, "Yo, you nice at something," you just continue. And I felt the love just came from music, and I've been pursuing it ever since.
H-Man, I noticed you said that you were part of a group called C4. Can you
Correct.
tell us what went down with that?
C4, man, was the beginning. It was the beginning. It was a group of 3. Actually, it was a group of 4 at the time. Then we minimized down to 3. But it started off in high school, and my boys T Smooth, J Love, we started out in high school where we put out our first album. And just getting into music, I started out singing in chorus. So ever since backing off of what Global ZOE said about the show at Ovation, that was actually an event that we put on. That was our first, one of the big performances down here in the city. And ever since then, we took off, and we put out our first album, and everything was a go at that point.
So is that actually the first time that the Global ZOE and H-Man got together?
Yeah, show-wise, yeah.
Show-wise, yeah.
Show-wise.
Yeah,
now these guys were popping. Let me say it like kind of right. So I moved from Derry to Boynton, but when I was pursuing music before I really got into the artistry, these guys, C4 was a group that was kind of, I would say, was established. When it comes to the Boynton Derry community, they had a fan base and was buzzing. So for me, it was like to work with them or to be on the same stage with them, that was an honor. So most definitely, they already had an official album out, right?
Yeah.
With a barcode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is when CD Baby was popping.
Yeah.
So these guys already had an official album, hardcover, hard copy, and had their music on multiple radio stations.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened to C4, H-Man?
C4, I mean, just with some of the groups that's already coming up, you have little issues here and there that happens, and we actually were very far, we reached very far, but it was just some things that we just couldn't ultimately agree with. So there were some differences, and we just pretty much parted ways at that point. And the music was still in me, as well as the other boys as well. We're all still close, everybody, we're all still great friends, so that's just pretty much how it happened. Okay,
now, if you guys are still friends, now, are you pretty much set with the Global ZOE, or if there's an opportunity for you to go back to C4? I had to ask that question because you brought it up.
Well, I'll put it this way. Working with the Global ZOE, everything has been going great, and we have so much more to come. As far as getting back with the boys, I mean, I will say that it's a possibility that we would put a song out together, but to say that if we would go down that venture to pursue the group again, I'm not sure. But definitely the lane that we're in right now with the Zumpa, that's where we're at.
This feeling I can't ignore. When I'm with you, nothing can compare to your love. Make it last forever. Ooh, baby.
Global ZOE, describe for us, what is Zumpa?
Zumpa.
What is Zumpa? And tell us also, at the same time, why you deserve credit for that type of music. Because I'm sure other people have said have the same.
Okay, that's a good question, man. So when I was doing hip hop, I can tell you, it was probably, there was a club in Lake Worth called Elaine's Nightclub. We had a very popular hip hop Haitian song called Sapase. So what happened to me that night is DJ, you can almost give DJ Wicked. So what happened was that night we performed this hip hop song and we hung out after the show. Normally we don't. We hung out that day, and then I heard Nelson Freitas' Deeper come on. And then when I heard that record, I wasn't a big compa head, but when I heard that record, and I'm like, yo, this is nice. And I seen everybody get up and go dance. So I went to Wicked and I'm like, yo, what is this record? Wicked was like, yo, he gave me the name of the artist, and boom. So that night, literally 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the computer, I'm searching the record, I heard it, and I'm like, this is nice. I would love to rap on it. So I did I took it, I remixed it, and DJ Johnny B had a radio station he was on. So I gave it to him, and I mean literally after 30 minutes of playing it, like girls were calling left and right. Play it back, play it back, play it back. And I just was like, wow. So I'm like, there's got potential in this. Long story short, the record got out. DJ Wicked gave it the Manny mix. It's a bunch of DJs and the HMI who started getting the remix. And I'm getting calls 2, 3 o'clock in the morning like, yo, I heard you in the club. Yo, I heard you in the club. And then from that, it gave me the inspiration that this is something. Why not incorporate the compa, the hip hop, the R&B, all the cultures that I love. And my dad was a compa head. So he was I'm talking about Design, Top Vice, Tubadu, System Ben, Tropicana, like groups that people probably don't even know. They only know the Kaimis and the T-Vices, but back in the day, that's all my dad listened to. So that just wanted me to incorporate more of the Haitian culture. Going to Haiti every year, I was like, mon cher, I was like, I want to do something. But in my head, it was like, yo, compa is compa. I don't want to disrespect that. So I was talking to my wife, man, and believe it or not, she was like, I came up with zouk compa was the word. She said, it's too long, make it short. And then when I said zoompa, she said, that's it. Hold it right there. So I said, if I'm going to approach the HMI and try to do something on a global scale, I have to bring my own flavor. So zoompa, that's how I came up with it. And from there, that's all I've been repping. That's all I'm branding is zoompa. And it's basically zouk mélange à compa. But peut-être nous fait ici, m'ball hip hop, H-Man is bringing the R&B, and that's when you mélanger tout ensemble. Like when somebody manger un bouillon, for example. It's like that's what zoompa is. I want everyone to know it's like I'm not trying to just be in the Haitian market. It's not about just the American market. It's this Haitian American upbringing. Pour haïtien qui fait ici. This is like you. This is something you can talk about 10, 20 years from now. Right. It's zoompa.
H-Man, when he approached you and told you, yo, I got this thing called Zumba, what was your reaction? Was like, what's he talking about? What's my man talking about? What was your reaction?
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Was ready. As he was saying, you know, doing compa is something that I definitely wanted to do, beginning when we started with C4 with the group. We always played around with it a little bit here and there, but because we were so much into the American market with doing the R&B, we didn't really get a chance to really focus on doing compa. Of course, Zouk, one of the popular songs that he mentioned, Nelson Freitas, you know, Deeper, you know, when that song came out, it was a hit. But when Global ZOE came to me with that opportunity, and I was always writing. You know, writing is something women feel on people, you know. So when he came to me with that opportunity, I said, Global ZOE, you came to me at the right time.
Yeah, I remember that.
You came to me at the right time. I said, hey, just give me some time, we're going to make a smash. Parce que beat là already was a smash. I said, yo, this is the perfect opportunity to decide we're going to come at it. And I love the way we really come at music. You know, when we put our heads together, it's always magic, and it's great.
Now, Global, you mentioned that your dad was a heavy compa head.
Yeah.
Now, when you brought that up about Zumba, did he push you on that? Zumba.
Mon cher, papa mwen like compa direct. So for him, c'est pas compa direct. Like, you know what I mean? Like, il attend des nouveaux musiques kounya, et pas musique. Ça pas compa, you know what I'm saying? So he's one of those. He's an old school. I mean, même Skasha, like I got tapes at the house, cassette tapes. You know what I mean? So it goes way back, but he always supported me, man. Il était bien aimé Haïti plusieurs fois. You know what I mean? I've been to Saint-Marc, I've been to Port-au-Prince, I've been to like Villa, I've been to Port Sunday. There's a lot of different places. Akaye, I've been places and I've been passing out the music. So this has been going on for a while, and this is like 5,000 to 10,000 CDs that we've been passing out every trip, trying to get the brand bigger and bigger. But my dad was always a fan of me doing music. He loved music. Me c'était gen jazz Nyonku, Lele Fusion. You know, jazz like I said, but you know how it is in Haiti. It was tough, but me c'était gen on vision pour faire un jazz Haiti. So tout moun yon kou ka do, you know what I mean? Jazz like that bien marché. And then we just that's it, man. He always showed support though.
When's the last time you guys went to Haiti, or have you been to Haiti? When's the last time you've been to Haiti?
My last time was 2014.
14.
Yes.
So you go back.
I go back.
I go every year. So I went in December. I was gonna go, but the whole burning the tires, and at the time it was extreme. My cousin went in August. I didn't go because of that time, but I usually go anywhere from once to twice a year, promote music, and usually one is for vacation and the other one is usually promotion music.
Okay. Now, question for you guys. Do you guys plan to keep it as a duo, or you plan to expand the group, let's say probably add another musician, or if you want to go probably stop with the playback and maybe full band? What's the deal?
I'll answer this first. Doing it as a duo right now is definitely the vision. Everything is worked perfectly, you know. The grind, the hustle, the love, the passion, because we have a lot of passion for music, and Global ZOE, I already know, we speak all the time. If we bored, man, we got to get to it. That's right. Let's see what else we could come up with. Parce que, you know, when we go out, we go to the clubs, we hear different music, and seeing the reaction from the crowd, it gives us more, you know, just more fire to just go back in the lab and do more.
Global, same question.
He said it right, man. I think right now we're good. You know what I mean? Right now we're good. Eventually, I would love to be able to perform with a band. But as far as the artist side, I think with me and him, it's easy to work with us too, because when you have another person, then I gotta speak to him, he gotta speak to the other person, and that's another phone call, that's an extra text, that's another chance of someone being late. So for me, having experiences of seeing groups, I think right now our chemistry is perfect. That doesn't mean we won't work with anybody, but as far as what we're doing in the Zoompa brand, you're gonna see the Global ZOE, you're gonna see HMAN and C4, and that's what we got right now.
Now you just mentioned something, an extra phone call, whatever. Now let's say you want to do something you think that's good for the group, and HMAN wants to do something else. How do you resolve, okay, what's going to happen? Because I know it can't, if it's voting, it's one plus one, right?
Right.
So how do you compromise?
I think the beautiful thing is I've been doing music so long for myself, like writing my own music, coming up with my own design, booking my own photo shoot. So for me, when and I can present something, and this is how I've always done it with them, I present whatever I have. Like if it was normally like what I would do on my own, and from there, whatever HMAN, when I bring it to him, one thing he's detailed, he's gonna look at it, give me some time, and usually whatever he throws back at me, we change it up, or we say and then we make the final decision together at the end of the day. He got things going on, he's gonna say, hey, what you think about? I think about it, same way. We just go back and forth, and you know, two heads are better than one. So at the end of the day, it's about what's gonna be best for us. So if he has a better idea, a better song, a better lyric, a better line, I'm rolling with it, man. I ain't got no ego, man. I push mine to the side. Let's make this hit at the end of the day. So
yeah, for me, just as he said, you know, the best thing is just been about us always being able to look at the bigger picture. So there's been no clashing or nothing like that. We've been able to agree to disagree too, you know, at points, but we see, again, the end result, the bigger picture of like, oh, I knew Fessa, oh, got this out. You know, we look at different things, and then when we put it together at the end of the day, we're like, okay, yeah, that's why we needed to take some more time. You know? Okay.
How did you come up with the name Global ZOE? Is there a particular meaning? What's the story behind it?
That's a good one, man. Actually, I don't come up with none of my names, man. For real, it's always someone who says something that sticks. But I can give this person a shout out because I'm still a big fan. But Haitian Fresh was someone I always look up to. If y'all know him, he was a rapper from Florida. I always loved the way he represent Haitians, man. Like he was one of the, I mean, we had Wyclef, but for me, my like Wyclef is Wyclef, can't take that away. But Haitian Fresh on magazine covers, I mean, every interview, he's given me a chance. He's done records with me, but showed me a lot of the game when I was young. So I want to give him credit. But seeing him the way he represent Haitians, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the next ZOE to blow. I remember telling myself that, like, I want to be the next ZOE to blow, next ZOE to blow. And then after I started grinding, Z and BK Slim, I hope I get this night right. And I think Danger, we was all in the van after a show. And niggas, you know, my fellas told me, they said, Global, man. They said, no, they used to call me Fat Boy. That was just a nickname when I was growing up. He said, man, Fat Boy, no more next ZOE to blow, man. I was like, why? He was like, man, you the global ZOE. Because you got a bigger vision, man. You gonna take this Haitian industry over, man. He called me the global ZOE, and I said, what? I like the way that sound. And that night, I remember it was in the Lake Worth parking lot, Club Chances, if anybody knows where that's at still, or used to be. And ever since then, I was the global ZOE, man. I ran with it. I just said, I like it. So why not? I think it's one of those dreams you can work on every day. 10 years from now, I can still work on it and try to touch another market, you know what I mean, or tap into a whole nother country, you know what I mean. So that's why I roll with it, the global ZOE, and I would look. Hopefully, my goal is to see everybody who's upcoming to want to be the global ZOE as well. You know what I mean. Anybody can be a global ZOE, not just me. I'm just the head honcho right now.
What about you, H-Man?
Well, C4 came again. It represents the group. The way that started out is when we got together, just working on music. We didn't have a name, and it got to a point where, just like the global ZOE said, he had someone that to name him the global ZOE, Fat Boy, and my boy T Smooth. I got to give him a shout out, who gave me the name H-Man. But for C4, whenever we hit the stage, the way we got that name was we're in a whole nother realm when we get on stage and we perform. Whether it's from dancing to entertaining, it's just it's like we're in another body, you know. And for people that see us perform, they love us, and we bring them into a whole nother world. So C4 represents the explosive, you know, the military explosive. So we call ourselves C4 because whenever we step out on stage and we perform, it's definitely going to be explosive. As far as for my name directly, H-Man is just from my real name, my real alias, you know, just saying H-Man, I just went with it. That's something that I grew up with. T Smooth gave me that name, and ever since, it's something that stuck with me.
This feeling I can't ignore. When I'm with you, nothing can compare. Make it last forever. Oh, baby, me and you together, forever, forever.
Global ZOE, H-Man. Now, how many singles do you guys have in your catalog? And tell us about each and every single one of them, if it's not that much.
You want me to list
In
them?
terms of as a group,
I'll list them and you explain them? Okay. The first record we did together was Belle de toute façon. Second record we have is Make It Last Forever. Third record we have is the L'Union Fait La Force record. And then we have another record called Play No More. So we have 4. I mean, 3 are out. 1 is in the vote. Okay. It's almost like an extra clip. We're waiting. So we're waiting to release that. But right now we have 4 and we have multiple other tracks pending.
Okay, tell me about Belle de toute façon. How did that come about?
Belle de toute façon actually was the first record that the Global ZOE approached me with to come on to this venture with Zumba. Just listening, once the way it came about is, for me, when it comes to a song, I listen to the beat. And from listening to the beat, oh man, it was beautiful, you know, and I let the beat basically take its course. And Belle de toute façon basically talks about a beautiful lady. It could be anywhere, you know, there's a lot of beautiful women, and in every way, shape or form, from when you're looking at her, she's just beautiful in every way. Belle de toute façon. That's how that came about. And pitching that to the Global ZOE, once he's seen the vision, the idea of it, and I said, this is what we have to go with. This is where we should take it. It was all a go.
Next single.
Next song was Make It Last Forever. Make It Last Forever, once again, is approaching the female aspect, approaching to the females. You know, us, we speaking for men, of course. And make it last forever is you meeting a beautiful lady. You know, it's probably, you probably have met her before, but running into her again at a special occasion, whether it's at a nightclub or just a nice outing, and everything is just right. Everything is just picture perfect the whole night, and all you want to do is just this feeling that you currently have. You just want it to last forever and not go away. L'Union fait la force. That's that. That's that party record.
Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely that party record. And for L'Union fait la force, basically, once again, that's one of the beats. We sat down, we listened to it. It's just so many different elements in there. Because, you know, right now what's popping in the club, you have La Bodai, you have all of this different genres, and it's up-tempo. And we took a different direction. You know, majority of the songs that we did was, you know, a little slow, a little compa. But now we wanted to give the world a more up-tempo feel. And the best way to go about it, knowing that in the music, in the market that we're in, is the Haitian community, the Haitian market. We felt like, you know what, nous besoin un chant pour faire qui explique de la poa. L'Union fait la force. You know, we know there's a lot of stuff that's going on in Haiti, things that's, you know, negative and stuff like that, but we also have to revert back to sometimes where we can hear a good song that makes you just feel good. And we felt like with L'Union fait la force, it's a real feel-good song, and it's going to make you have fun.
Global, do you think that artists such as you guys and others who perform playback get as much respect from the fans as they give to bands, like full bands and all that stuff? If not, tell us why not, and tell us what needs to be done for it to change.
I think it's all about the performance, man. At the end of the day, whether you're a band, a comedian, you got one arm, I think if you can get on stage and people can have a good time, that's the performance. I think playback, I'm seeing it now more than ever. I know the HMI, that was one thing that wasn't a fan of. Like, I know it wasn't happening, but I know there's plenty of artists, salute to them, that's going off of playback. Even ourselves, we're off of playback. We take off all the vocals, the main vocals, and just keep the chorus. So you're still getting a live feel. The verses, you're still getting a live feel. It's empty. It's just the beat. We just don't have the live instruments there. But in the HMI world, most of the people are doing what? Dancing still, right? When you hear your favorite song, I'm not trying to look at the band or the artist. I'm trying to see what ladies by themselves and who I can dance with. And hopefully y'all can keep this record for 20 minutes and I can have a good time. So if everybody's on the same thing I'm on, I think we will be okay. And I believe our last show, we saw that at Alibaba. It was like we were on stage, but half of the crowd was really dancing. The other half was like, okay, who these boys are? And I see, if they were looking at us, they were recording us to put on their Snapchat or Snapchat or whatever the social media thing was. And I'm okay with that. But I think now than ever, I don't know if it's the business. I don't know on a promoter's end, but I'm noticing, and I hate to spoil anybody's thing, but I'm noticing the playback artists, the ones who are successful, are bringing almost the same amount of people as the bands. It's getting to that point. So I can't knock it. And if promoters are smart, they can get us for a cheaper buck and get the same effect. So at the end of the day, promoters, make sure y'all holler at us. And I think it's time has changed. The way you get music has changed. So now the way you perform, I think at least in the hip-hop artists can do it. Now the HMI, I noticed they're accepting it. It's just like, hey, give me a good show. Let my crowd be happy and say, this guy gave us a show. And I promise you, with us, we're going to give you 120%. If you go on Compa Magazine's channel, you will see we give 120%. All the ladies are going to get roses. You're going to get the best performance from us. You know what I mean? And that's how I would answer that.
Agree. Piggybacking off of what he just said, just look at today, just me being a singer, you know, we look at it like I always told Global Zotis. I said, you know what? We have to entertain. You know, it's something where it's one thing to be an artist, but it's also another thing to be an entertainer. And if you really want to make it far and you really want to have that longevity, you have to become an entertainer. You know, you don't want just your audience just to sit there and just watch. You see that a lot. You know, so it's about making a difference and not taking anything away or discrediting, you know, playback or bands, because I've also mentioned the Global Zoe. Like, hey, this is one of the few times we can get a, you know, a new jazz, you know, come out on stage and really give that real vibe. But again, still with the jazz playback, you still got to entertain. You still got to entertain.
Global Zoe, your favorite band, current band or artist in the HMI that's in the market?
Wow, that's a good question, man.
Gotta give me one.
Wow, you caught me off guard with that one. I haven't gotten
You don't have one.
Man, that's a good question. No,
No,
I'm not gonna say I don't. It's dang, you caught me up. Yeah, it's a good question because there's so much going on, and I've been listening to so much music. I don't wanna. Okay, maybe I'm biased on this. Why I'm gonna say that, but I'd give it to my favorite artist in the HMI right now. Hopefully he watching. I'd have to say it's J Beats.
Why?
Man, we've done records together. I like his vibe. I've always been a fan of his music and the way he creates. I just think he has this sound that I go to Haiti. If you go to Haiti and you're listening to a radio, si yo joué 10 pour 15 grandes musique, si yo bo musique hip hop, yo bo trap creole now, trap creole is a big thing. Yo bo Afrobeat. Si yo joué 2 grandes musiques ou 3 grandes musiques compas, it's gonna be J Beats. Why? It's cause like the beat and the flow and the way I don't know exactly, but I feel like the way he words his music is catchy enough that Haiti, Americans, and a lot of people could vibe to it. So no sense I want to say J Beats, and I mean, like I said, he gave me my first big shot by being on both of those 2 albums of his that went #1 on iTunes for world. Like, how could I not give my hat off to someone who believed in me before anybody really knew who I was? They can listen to the song and be like, oh, that's the one on Cherry on Top remix, or that's the guy who's rapping on Take My Hand. You know what I mean? So shout out to J Beats, and you know what I mean, my condolences to you and the family, man. You know, my prayers are with you, brother.
J Beats is definitely one of my favorites too, but just to pick a different one, I'll go with Class.
Why?
Class is definitely, it's just, you know, me being a singer as well as just studying this, you know, people that are successful. And Class being, I love their music. The lyrics, I see it stands out. The music is just classical. That's something I always told you. It's just always a classical vibe that I get from it. And I love the professionalism. I love the music. I love the lyrics.
I wanna do this all night, right? You and me, so we the party. Hey. Do it to me just the way you like. Aye. Feeling freaky, let's menage. Hey. I wanna do this all night, right? You and me, so we the party. Hey. Do it to me just the way you like. Aye. Feeling freaky, let's menage. Hey.
The thing that pisses you off the most about the HMI, what is it?
I want to say something. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of talk about this. I just think that it's up to the artists to put themselves on a pedestal. Or faut nous mettre tête nous ensemble pour mettre tête nous en place pour nous vivre à l'argent qui entre dans la musique là. Right now, y a pas attaqué qui a conduit truck, comme combattis HMI fait passer. Man, it's like it's too much nonsense, man. I think at the end of the day, we need to see what's working and we need to put our heads there. Because it's like some people are hotter than the other. But si on je te mette tête ensemble. Un bon exemple. Si même jazz te donc like see Kai meet the relative ice and say let's do something together. Let's go on a tour together, for example. Like the way the Americans do it. You get 4 or 5 biggest bands say, yo, we're gonna do it 6 months straight. We picking the venues, we gonna go where we need to go and do a tour. What impact, what kind of, now we cut the middleman out. There is no promoter to go to. It's our money we're putting out there and investing in ourselves. I think that's the biggest thing no matter HMI. Artists don't invest in that you. Tout corps bien entré, faut la non bill, and I understand that. Ou gen bill pour payer, ou gen petit pour occuper, ou gen, you know, all this going on for faire ça. But none of the money, I think, they invest back into themselves. I don't see the billboards. I don't see the commercial, the radio, just non-stop promotion to keep investing in your brand. So pour moi, si nèg yo mette tête ensemble, please yo ka fè an pi gros mouvment nan market la. And I think it would touch other places. I still don't see nobody doing features with no American artists yet. Like, what are we waiting for? I do it, but if you want a rap verse, I give you that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to anybody who's watching, you know what I'm saying? But just giving you an example, I think that's the biggest thing I have with it, man.
You said it best, man. I mean, there's nothing else to really say after your example that you just gave.
But one thing that you guys mentioned is that, okay, cut out the middleman, meaning cut out the promoters. That's a no-no in the HMI. Because these same promoters, if you cut them off, you put them out of business, they'll make sure that your party is not gonna pop. So
who has the biggest? Okay, no sense like who has the biggest following? The promoter or the artist? So I would bring that. My argument would be
a give or take.
No, I'm not saying you're gonna cut. A tour is not for forever. A tour is for a time period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying
like
we never. No. About us, it's forever. Okay. I'm just saying like. Let's pick a time of the season and let's do something together. Let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? Let's just do something like that. But no, I would never want to, you know, make a promoter out. Not in the sunshine, you know what I mean? But I just think that we can do more.
Right.
When you're breaking down the math, we can do more. Kompa Fest is like the biggest thing. So it's like the Kompa Fest now. I feel like that's the biggest thing we've got. Anyone who's doing a festival, you can see street jazz like them. I feel like that's how they winning. They're doing it the same way.
I mean, one thing that I say, an example that you said that should really be pointed out is collaboration. So again, please collaboration. I bet, you know, artists. That'll be another way of, you know, really bringing up the market as well. I think it should definitely be more collaborations.
What's the best advice that you've received in the business so far in Tell's life from who? Global.
The best advice I received.
If you can't think of it right now, I can go to each one.
I'm trying to think. The best advice I received.
About the business.
I don't know if I remember Jay told me to keep doing what I'm doing. That you wanted something. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And don't give up on it. I would say, and that's not just him. There's been a lot of different people I bump into after we perform. You know what I mean? Who say, yo, moi mais ça faire, man. Oh, m'de pas je me pense c'est haïtien ou or you know they're like, yo, still ça moi men en pile, man. Like they ask for the CD, on promote the no, and the next thing you know we're doing the show. But it's to not give up on what we're doing because I feel like it's needed. I'm not gonna say no one else is doing anything similar, I'm not sure, but to put the Zoompa, to put a title on it, and if you watch my YouTube channel and the work we're doing, and not to be doing this interview with Kompa Magazine, you know that we're working. You know what I mean? So, and I just want to say that that's pretty much the best thing I've really gotten. And someone told me, yo, they just don't know how to do it. So that's how I'm done it too. So I don't know. You know?
Really, it's from you telling me exactly what Pat told us, you know, just keep at it because we're definitely, you know, onto something really good. Just keeping at it, and it's going to take time, just with the, you know, American industry as well, you know. It definitely takes time, but you also need content, you know, to continue to stay relevant. So that's one of the things that I definitely say that stand out.
Do any of you play any instruments?
I don't.
Man, I'm weird. I'm all over the place, man. Bon genre, sou di m compose, pi fort non son yo, kounya, m gen set up la ka la studio, I know gen set up kounya. Studio pa non kounya, so we set up now. So right now, m ba tonkou jouer, tonkou on my store.
Right.
But see, pou m lay the foundation of the track, m ka fe sa kounya. Say pou drums yo, the hi-hat, the tambour, you know, reaching out to the guitarist. Say Monty on qui orchestrate ça, and then H-Man comes in sometimes with me and we finalize
like
it.
Executive producer.
Yeah. But at this point, yeah. But I reach out to guitarist Remy of Class, E-Man, Chikuto, qui dans 5 là, T-Vice. So get bon relationship à tout monde ça. You know what I'm saying? So it just
depends. New look, by the way.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Now let me ask you this: how many gigs per month do you believe an act such as yourselves should have in order to say that business is satisfying? Not boom, satisfying?
You want me to answer first? I would say a week.
You said a month.
Oh, a month.
Oh,
a month.
Considering that you guys play on weekends.
I would say, shoot, what, 8?
8?
Yeah, I'd say 8.
So 2 gigs per week for the month.
To be...
Not booming, but satisfying.
Yeah, to be satisfying. Yeah.
That's not bad if you consider what Friday through Sunday is when most gigs are happening. I know every now and then we have a Thursday night, but I don't see big artists come on a Thursday. They're usually from Friday through Sunday. So if there's 15 weekend days like that in a month, then 8, if you booked half of them, I think that's steady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much you're getting, but I think you're doing something.
That's what a negotiation is.
Yeah, you're doing something.
Okay. Any thoughts about opening a label, a record label for solo artists or underground bands, whatever?
I think the idea is there. You know, just knowing the Global ZOE for as long as I've known him, I know for sure that I could answer that for him as well. But I think the main thing too right now is really getting a footing into the business of what we're doing right now. Once we get that establishment, and then we can really, you know, venture off and actually bring on different artists and definitely create that record label.
Global.
He said it. I'll be open for anything. I know I'm not gonna probably be rapping or performing for forever. I want Zumpa to stay alive, so I can see when we get to a point we can have other artists under Zumpa umbrella keeping the movement alive, and we could guide them. You know what I mean? So they don't make the same mistakes we've made.
So never at the same time as you guys. Basically when you guys feel like you've made.
No, it could definitely be at the same time. It's just really again just, you know, getting that foot in the door, really getting that establishment.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. That's a good question. But one thing I've learned as an artist, we're selfish. And you might not, no one's going to want to admit it, but it took a promoter to point that out to me, who was helping me at the time. And he says that as an artist, we're selfish. So like, when we step out or whatever it is, although we could, whatever the mission is, the artist usually is the one that everybody wants to know, sees, and stands out. When you have too much of that in one spot, it's not good. It's not good if everybody wants the limelight. They might not say it, but when you have too many artists on the same umbrella, it's hard, because now it's like who's gonna go do that? Who's gonna go take the picture? I notice if you keep it, you got to be to the point where you don't want that spotlight no more at all. I mean, you cannot be. You want to run out. You have to be the freshest. You can't leave the house without a haircut. If you're one of them artists, then you shouldn't have another artist body.
In the artistry mode.
You know what I'm saying? So I think when you like a Dr. Dre, who's like you don't even see him. You know what I mean? When you behind the scene, for example, then that's when it's gonna take. When you really want to be behind the scene, you're not worried about a camera interview. It's not about you. It's about the future of the band. So my boy, même Jean Jazz Kikin on Pilton na HMI. It's like that's another example. So get vent on the HMI. I don't even know a rapper that's been doing it for 20 years. So if you want Jazz to get vent on the HMI, they still want the spotlight. They still feel like they got it until that band member or the lead band member or they say, okay, enough is enough. Then you're not gonna see no one else come in the spotlight. Same way it works, man. So I know, and once I registered that, I got it, and I know I'm not gonna try to take no others under my wing until I'm like ready to go behind the scene. That's just me.
Let go. Question éternelle, ou faire les vérités. Des fiches tombées sous jour. Fais-moi parler, moi béquer. You so fine, yes you are. You blow my mind, cause you a star. Ou bien un jour au bout de tes tours. Normalement tout vous souhaite tout. Les jacks in my floor. See your level, they can't get to. Les points des bombes massives. Vous nous croyez éliminé. Got my body on your body, no less I see for me.
What determines how long you guys take in terms of deciding the number of months in between songs? Like, you don't want to release something too early so it doesn't affect the momentum of an earlier release. Or you don't want to wait too late, like your budget. Tu sais, I've done What's the deal?
I think for me is really, I go off of vibes. You know, so listening, I definitely listen to the Haitian community. I listen to the radios. I listen to, you know, I go out a few times. Global ZOE know that, and just see the different songs that are in the club right now. For me, I love going left field. Global ZOE will tell you that. I love giving the fans, the people, something that they haven't heard in a while, or a different vibe of a beat that they haven't heard in a while. So when they hear it, it's new.
Yeah, but how long in between songs?
I would say
Nothing set in particular, or what's the difference?
Nothing set in particular, but I'll say a month or two. I'll say 2 months.
Every 2 months, you're supposed to drop something.
To release it, I'll say a little bit more. Because we're always working.
Okay.
The songs that we've already put out within that same month, if not the next, we're already working on the next song.
Okay. Global, what's the time frame?
Right now, I say we're doing every 2-3 months. Stop like on single day.
Every 2-3 months.
Every 2-3 months, stop like on single day. Ensemble, nous avons bon 30 000 followers. Mwen là arrivé dans niveau pour un artiste là, gen 100 000 plus followers. Tout moun ap chacho, y ap ton, ou gen moun sa yo ki ap, hey, ki le musique ça va sorti, hey, ki le projet ap sorti. Right now, nous gen advantage. Nap travail, nap mette musique dehors le non j'en vle, baka bon mentir. Right now, ça non senti ça, ah boum, dans la gueule. Non senti ça, et boum dans la gueule. But le non arrivé dans un niveau, non, when we successful, le non arrivé dans HMI là, tout moun ap di, hey, once I perform, then we can be more strategic about when we're releasing. But right now, I can admit that we're scratching the surface.
When do you feel, or when do you know that a song that you drop, you feel guys, comme si pas les gaz dans machine encore. Like it's done,
that's good.
You gotta put something else out.
I think at least you have a year, man.
A year?
Yeah, I think you have a year with a record. Why? It's because you have to be pushing for video. For by DJ yo musique là, for fanatique yo gen musique là, for pas arrêter dans côté où vivre là, that's one thing, but ou gen Miami, ou gen New York, ou gen Tampa, ou gen Orlando, ou gen sou vraiment artiste qui a travail, you gotta go to these places. Ou pas kachita just côté où était pour dire m'passer 2-3 CD dehors, li pas point, I give up. You have to go for a year, man, because nous donne un pile histoire des musiques américaines qui prend 1 an. Artiste chita pour cette musique là pour 1 an. Of 1 courant. So, là au point ça, on peut même idée ça dans HMI là. At least 1 an. Pour exemple, nous fait vidéo en mars, 24 mars. Nous fait vidéo pour Make It Last Forever. So, we got 1 year. We still pushing. Kounya là dans Facebook, on a 60 000 views kounya. You know what I mean? So, moun ap gade, not mette comme des vidéos and we keep going. But nous get at least 1 an. On va the app. Let's move on to the next one.
Tonight, it's the night I can't forget. Feels like a dream, but when I look in your eyes, I know it's real. Pa que essa cara leuta se cosa. Pa que essa pale leuta se cosa.
What advice would you give to youngsters who might have the same dreams as you guys, to want to join the business, to be singers, whatever? What advice would you give them?
Take it serious. Take it serious. Just as one thing that Global ZOE said earlier in the beginning of the interview is you got to eat, sleep. You got to be everything. Lever le matin, chanter, get melody. You don't know you know what I mean? That you want to go to the studio and want to drop. You got to have the passion for it. So if I don't buy pour jouer parce que ou gen l'autre monde qui voulait faire même bail. You know, that want to come up, that's hungry. You got to be hungry for it. So by any means necessary, you just got to really have that passion for it, and you need to really know this is what you want.
If you got money in your savings account and you like looking at that money, don't do music. Sam ka do seulement. Like sous point ça and you run with it, wap kompon sa mabdula. So like I say, I think music is one of those things. Pour m'expliquer un artiste qui a regardé ça, pour habiller. You know what I mean? Pour studio, pour flyer, pour poster, marketing, interviews, I mean gas, manger, performance. Chaque temps performer ou pas mettre même là. You know what I'm saying? Mon a point photo à ça, so it's like you wear it for the one day and you got this closet that you have shoes and things that you only wear one time. So think about this before you do mon cher music, musician. So it costs money, and I want to tell you that early. So if you can afford to break the bank and you believe in it that much that you're willing to have your savings like this, then you should do music. That's the best advice I can give to you. If you're not ready to do that, it's a waste, man. Open up a business. You know what I mean? Save money, buy real estate. There's so many other things we can do. Not everybody's meant to be an artist. I can tell you today, if you say, well, you've been doing music since 2004. Why I'm still doing it today? Because that's how much money I invested in it. So it's like I'm that deep that something has to give. There is no, well, I'm gonna go do something else. Like I look at everything I've done and say, I'm gonna get it back. I'm on a mission. So for me, that's just for me. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get it back. So all my money I done spent, the income tax money, you know what I mean? That just in 2 months. I'm coming for you. So that's my goal.
That's the definition of drive, determination right there, okay? So we don't have that.
So, yeah, man.
Now, here's another issue with artists. Now, how do you deal with your significant others, whether it's the wife or the girlfriend? Woo. There you go. See? It's always heat in terms of, like, being an artist. How do you deal with that?
First and foremost, she has to definitely be supportive. The significant other has to be supportive. I think that goes a long way to really understand the music. Whether he or she may not know, you really have to break it down to them. But support goes a long way. You know, they have to be your #1 fan at the end of the day. You know, be the one to let you know when it's, hey, this is right, this is wrong. But at the end of the day, still being able to look at the bigger picture to be like, oh, okay.
And the jealousy, how do you deal with that? If there's jealousy or if there's jealousy.
I think jealousy, at the end of the day, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know the support that you have for your significant other, and they know the limitations at the same time. So as long as you're definitely confident in that, there shouldn't really be, you know, any doubt at the end of the day.
Balance, man. Balance. It's all about balance, man. You know, I mean, we chasing this music. We all got family, kids, and real life going on. So I think the secret to it is balance. 24 hours in the day, pick your battles, and communication as well. Sometimes, you know, if you have to up and leave or something pops up, it's last minute, wasn't planned, communicate. But balance and communication, I think you will be okay. The lucky thing for me is I've been doing this for so long, so you're going to accept me on the go the way it is now. I didn't really have to change much. So if you can meet somebody while you're on the go, that's kind of to your advantage. Versus you're just changing their whole world. You're out late at night. They got trust issues. They don't understand. They want you by them to cuddle. And you're going to have plenty of days like that. So the trick too is when you're with your family, make the best of those moments. You know what I mean? Some of us just take it for granted. But no, let's go do something. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let me buy you something nice. You know what I mean? Because the ladies got to hold down the fort, especially if you have kids.
Definitely a give and take situation.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to make them feel good, give them their needs. So when it's time for you to go, they're okay with that.
Does it have an impact, or does it affect you mentally if your significant other is not really down, like either not supportive, like okay, doesn't really care what you do, or always has something to say when you got to go get up and go play a gig, or when you take care of business?
The saying is, behind every successful man is a strong woman. And I truly believe in that. So I believe if you don't have the support of your significant other, you won't be as successful. I'm not saying you can't be, but I don't want to be worried about you in a negative light when I'm out here trying to do positive. You know what I mean? So it's always good to come home.
Back home.
Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna get this bag, and I would love for you to say, "Hey, baby, good show tonight. Do well." Like I would want to hear that, or encouragement, or let me hear the next song. That sounds good. Oh, I don't like that. That's how I think it should be. Right. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
I agree.
What can we expect from you guys in the very near future?
You can expect more quality music. More quality music from us. Definitely it's going to be Zumba, but we're going to touch different areas. We're definitely going to touch different areas. You're going to get some Labuda, you're going to get some Zouk, some Kompa, some reggaeton probably here, you know. But you can definitely expect good quality music and nothing short of that.
Same thing what he said. I agree with him, man. I just want y'all to be patient with us. Be on the lookout for us. We have a lot of music out there on every major music platform, and y'all gonna be ready, man. I think we're bringing something new to the HMI world. So if you're willing to see a change, if you're willing to see artists break the barrier, if you're willing to see not only Haitians but Haitian Americans and us get represented on a national level, I think if you get behind Zumpa, then with your support, we'll be able to do that. And I think we'll just change the culture forever, man. So history. I think with us, you're going to see history.
Any final words, guys, for the entry? Any final words?
Just continue to support us out there. You guys can also catch me at HMan509 on Instagram. But once again, you know, I'm forever evolving. Global ZOE the same as well. And like I said, one thing that we definitely pride in is quality of music that's out there. We're definitely going to give you that and nothing short of it.
Instagram at the Global ZOE, just the way it sounds, THE Global ZOE. www.zumpa.com. That's our official website. You can always log on to that. Sign up on the mailing list for exclusive content first. And there's so much more to come, man, guys. I can tell y'all, just thank you, all the supporters, DJs, promoters, fans. We appreciate y'all. Every platform that give us a chance, we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned, and you know what I mean. Hey, you know what I mean. I want to give a shout out to everybody back home holding it down over there in Yonku. That's where I'm from, so that's why we hold it down like that. In Boynton Beach, Palm Beach, Nula.